Hey everyone, this is Lynette Bledsoe from LynetteBledsoe.net. I'm coming to you live from, actually not my home office here in San Antonio, Texas, but coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. I am here at my son's school. I'm actually waiting for him to come out, but I wanted to, I guess, share a quick video with you guys. And if you see the title of the video and if you're watching me live, awesome. Go ahead and give yourself a shout out below. I'll definitely shout you out. This video is probably going on my blog tomorrow, but definitely will shout you out if I see you here. Alright, so if you look at the title of my video, it's called Vision. And what's so cool is Gary and I watched a webinar last night by our mentor, Ray Higdon, right? And he was talking about 9 different elements that top leaders have in network marketing companies. And do you know what the first thing he started out with that didn't have anything to do with the 9, but it was the very first thing that he talked about? It was vision. So why is vision so important when you're building a network marketing business, right? The reason why vision is so important, because if you were like me, and most of you may not know my background story. When I first got started in network marketing, I was a 22-year-old single mom, working a full-time job and working, going to college full-time. Sorry, I was working every day of the week. And hey, Zemi, how are you? Sorry, I can't see, the sun is so bright here. But I was working, I was a single mom with a son, a little son, 2-year-old son, working a full-time job, going to school full-time. Talk about no hours of the day. I was that person who had no hours in the day, because my days off of working, I was going to college full-time. So I didn't have any time for any mumbo jumbo, anything. So when I met my husband, our first date was actually at an opportunity meeting. I wouldn't suggest that to anyone out there, but that was my first date and my first introduction to network marketing. Totally not cool, wasn't happy, but obviously 18 years later, was still married. So it worked out for him, but that was my first introduction. When I was growing up, the thing that I was taught, and I don't know if you guys can agree with me on this, I was a little girl in Brooklyn, New York. What I was taught to do was go to school, get good grades, get a good job, go to college, and get a good job in Manhattan. Because for us, Manhattan was where the salaries were at. So my goal was to get not an apartment in Manhattan, which everyone thinks is the high life, but you can't afford those apartments in Manhattan in most cases when you have a full-time job, but was to work in Manhattan so you can get a good money, get paid good, right? That's what I grew up knowing. When we hit the highest level in our network marketing company after 2 years, there were no examples of anyone from where we grew up. So if your excuse for maybe not seeing the vision, maybe there's no one in your company who was raised the way that you were, who came from a background that you were, you know, poor, getting government food and stuff just to get by. You be the example. You set that goal. Like I said, we didn't have anyone in our company that came from where we came from, with the background of, you know, being told to just having a little bit money for each week, just getting by. So that's why we had to get government food. So there were no examples of that in our company at all. So Gary and I said, hey, why don't we be the first? We saw ourselves, you know, being put on stage and hitting the highest level of the company, being took around the country to share our story, things like that. We were told, we saw that in ourselves. I'm telling you, in the very beginning, I didn't see that, because I didn't see anyone who came from where we came from. So I didn't have a vision of myself being up there. But everyone always wants to ask us, how do we do videos every day? How do we make blogs every day? How do we do this? How do we do that? It's the vision, because once you know the vision of where you want to go, all the how-tos, that stuff comes into play. I mean, you can go to anyone's blog and you can go to anyone's videos and get an idea on a video of what ideas you can share. That stuff is easy. You can go to our Sunday night live trainings here on Facebook. Every Sunday night we do a live training teaching you guys the how-tos. But if you don't have that vision of ever hitting that highest level, let's say if the highest level of your company is like that diamond, if you don't have the vision of hitting that level, you're never going to hit it. Or if you don't have a vision of maybe being able to fire your job, it will never happen. If you don't have that vision of being able to stay home with your children, it'll never happen. So the how-tos always work themselves out, but it's the vision. What do you have for yourself? And feel free to share below what your visions are. For me, it was being able to leave that job and being able to stay with my children home full time. That was my vision, and that's why I worked hard every day. So when you say you're tired, if you have any time to watch TV or to watch Netflix, believe me, I work hard all day so that I can make the time to watch those things. If you don't work hard during the day when you do have spare time. I remember when I was working a full-time job, during my break, I was following up and calling back leads. So I would eat really quick, drink my soda, and go right back to following up with whoever I had to follow up. My weekends off were not weekends off. My weekends off were going out to sign up people for our company, because that was my only free time. Or after work, really quick, go sign them up and go home before the kids went to school. So when you say you don't have enough time, that's because you're not putting enough time out there for that business. So no excuses. Full-time job, part-time job, it doesn't matter. If you don't have the vision of where you want to see your family go in the next couple of years, then of course it'll never happen. So hope that video really quick helped you guys. Hope you got value from that. If you like this, videos like this, we have a ton on our Facebook page, or you can head over to LynetteBledsoe.com. Ton of information there. So I hope you guys got value from that. Have a great day.